Hey, 33 years I gave that to the game. 33 mil, I say that for the rain.
In today's video, we're here at Platinum Times with Paul. Most of you guys know Paul. Now, Paul is a good friend of mine. He's been in some of our YouTube videos showcasing his watches, but this time we're going to take a deeper look at what he has in his office here in downtown Dubai. Some absolute sick watches. Make sure you guys stay till the end of the video because we have a $4 million one-of-one Richard Mille at the end of the video, which Paul's going to show us. So make sure you guys stay to the end. We're here to see Paul now, so come through.
Yes, brother.
Big man.
How you doing, bro?
How you doing, bro?
How you doing? Are you okay?
Guys, Paul Thompson.
Welcome to Platinum
aka
Times.
Timepiece Crazy. He's been on many of our YouTube videos. He's pretty famous, actually. A lot of my friends come from Australia. They come into Dubai and they're like, bro, we want to meet Paul and look at his office. So the purpose of this video is they're going to show us around this amazing, or what I think is an amazing office.
Yeah, for
We've
sure.
got Birkins, Kelly's, watches, an amazing space here in downtown. We've got Burj Khalifa on the side, which we'll take you guys through, but I'll leave it to you.
Yeah.
Show us the office.
Welcome to Platinum Times.
Tell us everything about what you guys do here.
So, specialist in luxury watches and Hermes bags. We also just started our jewelry line. But yeah, we started selling Hermes bags about 3-4 years ago.
I actually love this shelf. So I come here, I just look at this and
the experience is like no other. And having all the Hermes bags on display, you get to see what we've got for stock. And
so what's like the entry level for something like this, obviously on the market? Because I know they're very hard to get retail.
Yeah, so we starting prices from around 25,000 US.
US, 25,000.
Which obviously compared to retail, it's about double. Or at least like $10,000 over retail.
This one's actually nice.
But we're mostly selling Birkin. Birkin 25. You've got a Kelly in your hand right now.
Kelly?
Yeah. It's
how do you say this material? I think my wife's educated.
This is Togo.
Togo, and then
the colour's gold.
That's
with palladium hardware.
Palladium hardware, that's it. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, wonderful. And then
Very
obviously the notorious Mini Kelly.
Oh, this is a classic, isn't it?
So this is literally the size of an iPhone.
Wow. So what do you actually put in that? Eyeliner and an iPhone.
I mean, yeah. So it literally,
very nice.
You can just about get your iPhone inside.
And the price of this?
This is 28,000 US.
28. For this size?
For this size. And they go all.
There's a lot of hype, right?
I mean, I've sold the Mini Kellys for like $85,000. Like a green croc.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, so much value. I mean, my wife loves them.
Because at the end of the day, it's an accessory. It's a fashion statement.
Especially if you get it at retail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's part of the outfit. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you get people who probably do carry it to the office, but it's mostly a fashion accessory, right?
Yeah.
It's part of the outfit.
Yeah.
The way men like their watches, women like their bags. So,
I've seen a couple of men wear.
I mean, we sell
like the big Kellys and
yeah.
Birkins.
Well, so I had a big hack.
So like those big ones.
Yeah. So that's called a hack. I had a hack 40.
Okay. What are they usually going for?
I sold a Go Team E-band I sold it for 28,000 US.
28,000. Yeah.
But we sell a lot of men's bags. We've just recently got.
So on this wall, you've got the.
This is all men's.
All men's.
Yeah.
So actually, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this style. It's very popular here in.
These are
in
your.
the UAE.
Yeah. This is your most popular.
Yeah, that looks sick.
And then right now, being in Dubai, everyone wants crocodile.
Yes.
So we don't have. I mean, crocodile sells so quick.
Yeah.
But the only one we have at the moment is this rare.
Oh, beautiful.
This is very rare. Piranha with the croc patch. Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Do you reckon I can pull that off?
I think so, bro.
Looks not bad, eh?
Yeah. Dubai ready.
Dubai ready. Very nice, bro.
Very
yeah.
nice. No, as we go past the watches on display, you have the amazing downtown views, Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall.
I think this office really.
There is no office like this.
I don't believe there is.
No.
In this location, Dubai Mall downstairs, obviously they're reconstructing the downtown. The downtown fountain, which is going to be very nice.
Finished by the end of summer.
Yeah, so no one's really here in summer.
Yeah.
It's like 51 degrees outside.
50 degrees.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
So these watches that you put in display obviously got different models. Are these all for sale as well?
This is all for sales. Mostly on display we have Rolex, so it's anything really below like $100,000 US.
So you keep the big ones in the vault.
Yeah, we keep the.
We'll get to that.
We keep the best for last.
Beautiful.
And now here's your bread and butter, your Rolex Datejust. We'll go down. We got something very special.
So we had this table in our interview that we did, which was 50 minutes. We talked about the watch industry, me and Paul.
For your watch lovers,
Bro, this table is actually, like, take us through. Is it custom made? Can someone buy it, or how's this?
This is for sale, firstly.
Okay, for sale.
This is designed by Costa Design. So he's a famous Colombian artist.
Okay.
He's quite famous for doing the Godfather clock. He done a humidor. Have you seen the humidor? So a humidor is where you put your cigars from wherever. He done that for Manny Koshman. So it's like a skeleton AP with cigars. It stores cigars. But yeah, fully functioning clock.
Wow. And the price of this?
This is 150,000 US dollars.
So if anyone's out there that's willing to spend 150,000 USD for an RM table,
it's ready.
It's ready to go. Okay, and then obviously we've got
more watches on display.
Okay, more watches.
Explorers, Submariners.
So again, Rolex, yeah.
This, for your Australian following, this is like the biggest watch I sold this year to Australian clientele. The Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne GMT.
On the Jubilee.
Love these watches, yeah. I prefer Jubilee.
I do as well.
On a GMT.
It's a little bit more diverse.
I think that's just a personal choice.
Yeah. Is it a little bit classy? It's smart. You can wear it to the wear. You can wear it with a suit if you wanted to. Very cool.
Okay, well, that's basically it for the office. You're going to take me through to the VIP room.
We're going to go through.
We're not going to talk too much. We're going to look at some amazing watches. Like I said, what's the total stock that you guys have got? Don't let it out. Don't give me the exact number. Give me a rough value of what.
At any given point in this office, we've probably got like 300-400 watches.
Wow.
Our Platinum Times is quite a large office, a large company. So we're in 4 locations: Dubai, Hong Kong, USA, and Mexico.
Very big brand.
So if you're in any of those locations, you're always welcome to come and visit us. Probably across the whole company, there's around 4,000 watches in stock.
Wow, 4,000 watches. That is
some massive turnover as well. So it's like very quick. Watches move very quick.
Correct. So I think with the clientele you guys have.
Yeah. Because it's so vast. It's like we are across the whole world.
Amazing, man.
So
sick.
I'll take you into the VIP room.
Let's go. Have a look at the. We've got one VIP room here. So basically this is where
with signature Platinum Times logos.
Look at the detail on the roof. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So someone wants to come and buy a watch, you bring them in here, give them VIP treatment.
Give them the privacy, because even though although we are by appointment, it's just a little bit more that one-to-one connection you can get in front of your clients, and give them a little bit more privacy. So we do get a little bit more serious in here, and this is where transactions.
I think the most important thing about buying a watch, I mean, there's many watch dealers in the UAE, or in the world, right? It's a big, very big market. But I think it's a service and the comfort that comes with purchasing a watch. You come into an office in the heart of downtown Dubai, you can have a coffee, a Coke, a bloody lemonade, an espresso, anything you want, you name it, right? You can probably pull a Don Perignon out of the back if you want. But it's the service and it's the comfort that makes the client comfortable, right? It makes a difference.
100%, especially when you're buying expensive watches. There's been so many times where you go into Dubai Mall and you had such bad service, you just don't buy nothing.
It's like
not only the experience, it can be the person who's serving you.
Correct.
So we like to go all out and give the best experience possible.
And you guys have done that, man. I mean, at least my experience, I come here at least once a week. Just sit down with Paul. Me and Paul are very close friends now. But I think it's what you guys have here in this office is amazing. But I think let's talk. Let's show the viewers what they want to see, right? And that's like $1 million watches. So I get excited, even though I've seen these watches almost every week, but every time I see them, I just get excited because I have such a love for watches.
I've left one watch out by accident, and we'll get to it. Obviously, it's your favorite.
It's my favorite watch, right? We're gonna bring that at the end. We're in the VIP room right now, and this is my favorite part of coming to see Paul.
Always something new, very special pieces here.
Tell us what's in the watch box that's come out of the secret vault in the back office.
This is mostly exclusive rare Richard Mille and AP, so AP being Audemars Piguet. We tend to specialise mostly in the Dubai office in rare APs, Pateks and Richard Mille. Today I have a box of very, very exclusive Richard Milles, stuff that you don't see every day, and well sought after pieces.
These pieces are crazy. There's a few in there that I haven't seen here before. So every week I'm in the office, right? The watches change.
This box was empty.
It was empty. We came here 3 days ago and the watch box was half empty, and now you've just got new stock. So run us through the new pieces. There's one watch in particular that caught my attention, which I've never seen before, but you can get to that. But take us through what the most sold watch that you guys have, something that sits in the box for a long time or something that moves very quickly. You know, take us through your...
Okay, being that we are in Dubai, there's not many places in the world where you can safely wear Richard Mille or AP, Patek, anything. Forget it, even Rolex, it's you can't do...
Safest place to wear a watch anywhere in the world.
Yeah, your watch is fundamentally an asset as well. So people are always shopping and trading. It's like wearing cash, it's another place to park money. So, and especially say, what other way can you easily store $300,000 or even $4 million? Which we do have some pieces to that.
The special piece I told you guys about at the start of the video, the $4 million Richard Mille.
Yeah.
It's in this box right now, but we'll get to that at the end. Show us something that's
I'm going to start with
unique.
Something that I think is unique, exciting, and in relatively well priced. So, okay, we'll pick this one because this is super cool. This is a sapphire Richard Mille AET. It's AET sapphire. Especially, right? Okay, so they don't really make these anymore for Richard Mille. So to get your hands on one is very difficult. This is a tourbillon, which means that it is the most accurate at keeping time.
Wow, it's fully see-through as well.
Yeah, so it's sapphire crystal. So it's literally completely see-through. Sapphire crystal.
Love the blue as well.
3 pieces limited.
3 pieces?
Yeah, so this was made by AET Remold. They're like, you could say artisans in watchmaking. And so they make very, very high quality ceramics, sapphires. And we've managed to acquire a very rare RM21.
That's very nice, man.
Abu Dhabi edition as well.
Abu Dhabi edition.
How's suiting for the UAE?
That is, you know, like there's one thing looking at these watches in our videos, right? And no matter how well we show the watch, I think when you've got it in your hand, it's a different experience. And it's got a bit of weight as well.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can see every detail of the movement, the way it moves, it's just, to me, it's
wonderful.
It's mind-blowing every time.
And so fundamentally why we have this in stock is because, say, original RM sapphire can cost you around $4 million US minimum.
Well,
and so
price tag on this?
These are $650 US, $650,000.
Still pricey.
It's still it's still expensive, but say you can get it is a tourbillon, and so to get just a tourbillon from Richard Mille, will cost you $850,000 now. So in terms of a complicated movement with a sapphire case, and it comes with the original case, it's well priced.
I think it's a
good place to start.
I think it's a cool watch.
Yeah, for sure.
You've said it's a good place to start. If you've got a good place to start at 650,000.
In this box, I think.
In the box, okay, good to clarify, because we've got some viewers that might be watching going, 650,000.
You're starting your watch there and you don't start here, but this is definitely for someone who's
the heavy hitters. We want to show
20 watches plus in the collection.
Okay.
This is not a beginner.
The best of the best.
This is you understand watches,
now I'm gonna pick the next one.
Go for it.
You know exactly what I'm going for. I think Paul knows me by now, but this is something that I've never seen before. I mean, I like ultra thin watches, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. We'll show that in more detail. Is this a Richard Mille?
It is a Richard Mille.
Now take us through that and tell us what the price tag is. When did it come out? Because I've never seen this.
Okay.
I've seen it once. Who's the person that was wearing it?
Pharrell Williams.
That's exactly right, Pharrell Williams.
Right. This is thinner than your credit card.
Wow.
This is the Ferrari Up 01.
Wow.
100.
How does that function?
It's okay. So if I hold it up flat here, the movement actually runs flat. You got the time here. You've got the balance wheel here, and in order to set the time, you have to use a screwdriver here and here. And this is 1.75 millimeters thick. It was the thinnest watch in the world in 2023, and then it was shortly beaten afterwards. But
what a watch!
It was basically Richard Mille showcasing what they can do. Like you'll have a Watches and Wonders every year, or I forget what the name is, like Basel Watch Show. Watch companies will demonstrate to what extent they can make watches and how far they can take it.
I think it's a flex, right?
This is a flex.
This is a flex piece,
especially the retail price being just under $2 million US. So it's...
Then again, we did say that we're going to be showing some of the best timepieces. You know, we've got 650,000 in the first watch.
Yeah.
And so 2 million for a watch. Personally, I don't know how you would even read the time on that. If you're spending 2 million.
That's quite well. You can see it quite well, to be honest.
Okay, yes, you can. Close up, you can. Yes. Yeah.
Do you know, the thing is about something like this, those guys who know No, I know it sounds like so cliche, but say you're at a restaurant and someone's got this on, you knock your friend and you're like, look,
have a look at this. Yeah,
that's what he's wearing.
Not your typical Rolex or Patek or something like that.
And this is like, you know, this is less hype. This is not just a hype piece. This is for watch lovers. And so for most of you,
I don't think your average person's going to be buying that.
No, but for most of you, this will be the first time you'll see it.
Me personally, it's the first time. I've seen it in photos, obviously Pharrell Williams.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect that from you, man, to have it in stock.
Yeah.
Now, what would, like this type of watch, how long would it take? Do you have someone that's going to buy it, or did you buy it out of as an investment, or how does it work? We
bought this because it's well priced compared to the retail. So you can buy it at retail, or you can save $1 million and buy it here at Platinum Times.
Okay.
This is available for $1 million US.
And it's retailers too.
Retailers too.
Fair enough, that's a good buy.
But obviously when we buy anything, we have clients in mind. We don't just buy with
huge clientele base.
Clients will walk through the door.
Yep.
But we do have largely collectors and Richard Mille, specifically Richard Mille clients. So I do, you know, I don't suspect this will last much longer. Okay.
On to the next.
On to the next.
I'll let you pick the next one.
I'm gonna go with the hottest watch in the market right now. This is the...
He's picked my favorite watch, or my go-to watch.
This is the 32 grams of weight, 6702. It's literally...
We're going to show a close-up to this.
$15,000 a gram.
This is the market price on this is...
This we're asking 400,000 US.
So 400,000 for a piece of...
TPT carbon, which is so interesting because in terms of like what we traditionally view watches, like where the value is, it's always been precious metals, platinum, carbon, diamonds. But like Richard Mille, in Richard Mille especially, what you'll see here is barely any gold, no diamonds.
I think they specialize in
space age materials, carbons, so specifically TPT. So that's the material.
The precision that goes into making these watches. I think that's why Richard Mille's such a prestiged brand where...
Yeah, and revolutionary as well.
Exactly. So they say it's a racing machine on the wrist, right?
They do.
And based on what I can see here, and the details in their watches, I think...
Yeah, and this is the 6702 Alexis Pintaral. So this is the ambassador for the watches for this model is Alexis Pintaral, and he's a cross-country skier from France.
Wow.
So to some extent, even like a lot of these athletes you will have never heard of. Maybe Richard Mille makes them famous.
They work with their own specific...
They tend to choose the best of the best, so they'll...
So give us an example. There's, I think, how many colors does that come in? Or like the 67 or 2?
7 different colors.
7 different colors.
With 7 different ambassadors. And they're usually tied in with the athlete's nationality. So you've got this France, you got the black France, which is Sébastien Ogier.
Yep.
Utah's
purple
Qatar. Sprint, he's actually a sprinter as well from South Africa.
Wow.
But yeah, like so very, very popular model.
They have their own way in...
Impossible to get your hands on right now. The whole of the world is looking for this watch.
But they've got it here at Platinum Times.
Yeah.
But not for long.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Let's talk about something else besides Richard Mille, because I've got one very special piece here that no one has ever seen before. This is a unique piece. This is the most complicated AP that they make. This is a titanium.
That is thick.
Yeah, grand complication.
Wow.
44 millimeter. And for those who...
Take us through why that's... Oh. Not sure if you guys can hear that, but...
Yes.
I have never seen that.
Yeah, and so...
Is that what makes it special? What makes this watch unique? And
so it is the most complicated AP that movement that they make.
And it makes the sound as well, so.
It is also a unique reference, which means if you look on the back, it says number 1, which means...
Wow.
It is number 1.
So that's the only one?
That's the only one. And that sound that you just heard is a minute repeater, which means if technically you couldn't see the clock, you could press this and it would tell you the time by sound.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you have the perpetual calendar.
Gets like that?
It does get like that. But you got the perpetual calendar here with the moon phase, so it tells you day and night. You got month, year, day, and date.
Now, from what?
Titanium, so it's super lightweight.
From obviously, you know, since I've met you, it's been over a year now, longer than a year. The watches that you showcase, especially here at Platinum Times, and obviously on your Instagram, Timepiece Crazy, it's always 1 of 1, 1 of 3, 1 of 5. And take us through, like, how do you guys acquire these watches? And it's crazy how, let's say for this watch, it's a 1 of 1.
Yeah.
Is this a sellable watch, or is this something that
this is a sellable
you guys,
watch.
It's a sellable watch?
I've had, maybe if there's watch fanatics watching this, you might have seen this same movement within a ceramic case. So it comes in a black ceramic and a white ceramic. Yeah. So that's actually telling you the time.
Not sure if you guys can hear that. But that's interesting.
So we acquire these watches through a massive network. You know, you're talking over 15 years of networking, especially being that we are all over the world, with clients all over the world.
Yep.
With
4 branches, I think you believe, yeah?
Yeah, we have 7.
7 branches.
7 branches, 4 locations.
It's experience, right?
It's experience, it's network.
Network's the biggest thing.
Yeah, like, I'll get that for you.
That's, there we go.
It doesn't want to come out, mate, it wants to stay on your wrist. But yeah, so like, we have connections all over the world with relationships with very well-connected clients, and we don't just buy from other dealers, we also buy from clients. We tend to move in large volume, so inventory changes a lot, and access to watches is vast. You know, we have access to the whole world.
That's what's the most valuable part, right? It's the network, it's what you can get access to, especially in the watch market. It's what you guys can get your hands on, and obviously you need to go to the best of the best in order to find the right watch that you can't actually get from just anywhere, right?
For sure.
So look, we'll look at one more watch before we go into the big $4 million Richard Mille. I have my eye on the factory
diamonds.
Yes, factory diamonds AP. Even though there's only AP and RM in this box, but this one is a special one.
Yeah, this is white gold. Also very complicated, 15 pieces limited, perpetual calendar.
Once again, every single watch Paul tells us about, he hits us with 15 piece limited. I told you guys, he's got the best of the best watches.
There's value in scarcity, and you know.
This is a very nice watch. We'll show you guys more in detail.
So this is a Japan edition, so it would have been made for Japan boutiques.
Wow.
And you can see that, and there's usually a signature Japan edition.
Where does that?
You'll often see blue, like a blue.
A blue, yep.
So throughout.
You can clearly see it.
Yeah, and so throughout most rare APs, or even Richard Mille, when you get a Japan edition, it's often blue, or there's hints of blue.
Yep.
And this being the watch it is with the subtle diamond setting, it appeals to large. It's not too much going on, it's quite subtle, still classy.
And the price tag?
This is $385 US.
$385.
Bargains.
Paul calls it a bargain.
Find another one.
I mean, $300,000 for a watch. You got $600,000 for a watch, but the best part about today's video is we're gonna show a 1 of 1 piece.
Piece unique.
Piece unique. It's got a market value up to $4 million USD. So I'll get Paul to do the honors of bringing the big piece, 1 of 1, piece unique. To me, $4 million on a watch, which is roughly almost 10 million Australian dollars if we have any Australian viewers. I'm gonna leave this to you, bro. You're gonna give us the history of this, why it's got such a big market value, and why and how it's a 1 of 1.
Okay. There's value in scarcity, and this being a piece unique, it doesn't become any scarcer than this. This is over 10 carats of black diamonds, baguette cut, with the evil eye. So you have here like an enamel figure of the evil eye. It is a tourbillon movement, which means that it is the most accurate at keeping time, and it is entirely unique, piece unique from Richard Mille. Yeah, 1 of 1.
I think, you know, it's not something that you would see usually.
No.
From at first, I didn't know they were actually black diamonds, and black diamonds covers the whole watch.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing. It's beautiful.
It is.
And for the price tag, I think there's a celebrity that was wearing it.
This is entirely piece unique.
Entirely piece unique.
Yeah. So what you do have is there is
similar model.
So you have the way you have the 6702, you have a line of 6702s.
Okay.
There's a 2602 Evil Eye also. It's a smaller case in a black ceramic, but it's limited to like 20 pieces. The boxer Canelo Alvarez is famous for wearing it, and he made it quite famous.
Yep.
He's a big, I wouldn't say ambassador, but he's a connoisseur of sorts for Richard Mille. And so he's quite famous for wearing rare, expensive Richard Milles. If you have seen Evil Eye before, it's not this one. It is, but it would be.
This, guys, is a piece unique.
Entirely unique.
$4 million USD. If you're thinking about buying a watch for $4 million, you know, you're going to be ultra successful, and you know, the sky's the limit.
In terms of like relativity, so this is a well-priced piece unique for who it appeals to. This is largely appealing to like the Asian market.
Big investors, yeah.
Yeah, large pockets, and for sure this is well valued or well priced as you
at
can.
4 million USD.
Yeah, because you see like you can go like.
It's the hype around it, right?
Well, it's not necessarily that, because it's like the way Richard Mille works largely is there comes value from demand. So if people don't know it exists, it's hard for demand to be created if people don't know it exists. So, but all you can do is compare it to, say, other models that are similar. So in terms of relativity, it is relatively well priced compared to similar models,
and you can tell. I think you can tell from looking at it, looking at the detail. It's definitely, it looks like it's worth its value.
For sure.
I think, guys, thank you for tuning in. I think Paul showcased a bit of his best watches. I'm sure there's more stashed in the back for another video. But in this box, we have at least, you know, 5 to 6, maybe $10 million USD worth of stock. And this is just not even 1% of what they have here at Platinum Times. So once again, bro, thank you. Thank you for the video. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
We kept it short and simple for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed. And we definitely will be back for another video showcasing even better watches. So thank you once again, and we'll see you guys very soon.